Tong, how we doing, man?
Hey, good. How about you guys?
Good. Appreciate you jumping on. So you're the founder of Holoworld AI, building the agent infrastructure for IPs and storytelling. So yeah, really excited to have you on today. I think Jess and I were talking about this a bit earlier. Feel like we've seen Holoworld everywhere in many different forms and have kind of no idea what it actually is. I think
What is it?
you guys built one of the early tokenized agent influencers. I think I see partnerships left and right. You have Holoworld AI and Ava Studio. They both look pretty cool. So can you just kind of help us understand the like holistic big picture of what you guys are building?
Yep. Hologram AI is basically an ecosystem for agentic apps and IPs. So we've been building actually since 2022. I got into this space when I was into NFTs. Back then, I was an AI engineer at Bright Machines, which was building AI robotics in SF. And then I joined Xerox Labs, built Matcha, got built on NFTs, started trading loot, and then started buying penguins and other stuff. So after that, basically, I just posed the question, hey, why aren't NFTs animated? I just built a demo that basically animates NFTs, meaning like it captures my face using computer vision, compressed it to a browser, deployed it, and then started like talking to different projects, launched it with Anata, and then launched it with Pudgy and many other brands and IPs. And we just realized like, hey, this might be onto something. So yeah, Hologram really started there. We partnered with around 25 NFT projects back then, including Pudgy's, Milady's, and many of the really OG collections, and then also some Web2 IPs like Laura and Billy. But then after like NFTs like died down a bit in terms of hype, we realized like I think this thing still has common thread in across not only like in the NFT space but also like like in gaming, in different generations, right? People like to express themselves with digital avatars, with PFPs, like in Discords, for example. And then back then also ChatGPT was just coming out. So we just realized, hey, we need to give these things like personalities. We need to be able to customize, create our own personalities. And actually, Hollow World really came from the concept that in the future, in the age of AI, storytelling is really going to be the mode for most companies because AI is going to democratize software creation. It's going to make tech a lot more easy to create. But for brands, for companies, for creators, how are you going to differentiate? You're going to be able to tell better stories. You're going to build better communities through these stories. So Hologram has the ecosystem of tools to help creators, brands tell better stories.
So, I mean, I feel like we probably got a little over our skis with the AI hype earlier this year. Obviously saw some tokens launch early, pump, and now we're maybe in the trough of disillusionment, at least in the sort of crypto meets AI world. I'm curious what you're seeing in your world that's giving you bullish, tingly feelings and excitement about the future.
Yeah, I think in terms of like AI specifically, like just seeing how people are using these tools to already like garner like millions of views. I'm browsing through my TikTok feed. I see so many AI videos now. People actually don't know it's being created by AI. It was kind of scary. It's a little bit dystopian. But I realized basically every company is going to need AI videos. It's going to need AI tools in order to help tell their stories, to tell better marketing. And with Ava Studio, actually, one of our power creators was actually even able to create a video that got like engagement comment from Elon. I think just democratizing this power to like an entire studio to like the, just folks in the community, like anyone can create. I think that's just incredibly powerful. I'm just so tingly with that feeling.
So you guys talk a lot about, I guess, like intelligent virtual beings. So when you think about this kind of this brand strategy, AI video production, do you also see brands having like, the Cluely intern strategy? Like, are brands going to have hundreds of kind of characters that they've created that are distributing these videos, or how do you think about that? Like, what is the future of these intelligent virtual beings, I guess?
Yeah, I think the role of IPs is gonna play more and more into how brands do their strategy. We're kind of seeing hints of this in like consumer apps. For example, Duolingo, like their TikTok feed is filled with just the mascot, right? People love the brand because they love the mascot almost. And we also see that in Japan, where like actually anime, like waifus, anime characters are the face of many companies there as well. But not only that, I think even for brands that don't require like a face, like a character, I think they can benefit a lot. Just be able to just have the content being created by AI. But in a way, it's like more polished, more professional. I think it just takes some time for the models to actually be able to get there.
So Ava Studio, I think you guys call it the first AI native creative studio. And I guess I think I very much agree that we're seeing an explosion in sort of AI creatives, and that people are maybe not being able to tell the difference. Though I think most of it is actually still pretty easy to pick out right now. And so I guess my question really is like, how would we use AI in sort of video production specifically? How do we use it well? Because I guess for me, it feels like when you have sort of this tool, a leverage, and the copying becomes just effortless, that this sort of opportunity to stand out becomes much less, and it's probably more about speed and novelty. And I guess I'm maybe ultimately asking, where's the competitive edge when everybody has these sort of super tools at their fingertips?
Yeah, I think there's still gonna be arbitrage opportunities in your ability to actually like create the content. Even though there's so many models out there today, like how many of us are actually using the models, are actually learning like the prompt, the tricks. So like that niche of people is still like it's growing, but it's still very few. But so I think the massive like opportunity is really like connecting like really consumer facing experiences, apps with like people like who are super interested and can benefit a lot from this, but like can't spend the time to dive into this rabbit hole. Yeah. So I think like that is like the route Eva Studio is taking, right? I think the models are literally updating every week, and I think like, but at the same time, we don't see many like people actually being able to make the use of these models. So Ava Studio make it such that the agent actually helps abstract away all of this complexity for you, so that you just have to worry about the idea.
I mean, we create a ton of video here. We're not using Ava Studio. We probably should be, or at least we should go kick some tires there. Can you maybe walk through how we should approach using this, as obviously people who love creating content and growing an audience, but maybe a little bit behind in the AI production world?
Yeah, I'd say first, what kind of video you're trying to create, right? You're trying to create like a hype video, a marketing video for your brand.
I mean, I got to hype myself up. We hype, baby. Let's go all hype.
Yeah, exactly. So, and what's your audience like? What kind of things, what kind of content resonate with them? Like one thing I saw really done really well by WAP was actually their audience is like super like internet like native, like teens to like early 20s, and they all grew up playing like video games. So their video was purely based on like a video game format. So I would say like think about
But is the agent helping me think through this stuff, or is it only thinking through the production piece? Like,
yeah, exactly. I think right now it's like you got to import your idea, but I think the next step will be like the agent basically sources you like the idea, right? It's like here are some inspirations you can take, or just like describe like the general idea, and we'll make it more specific.
I'm curious how you think about the defensibility of these kind of foundational model wrapper products, and I guess where like the big opportunity is in building one for video production.
Yeah, I'd say if the models are commoditized, right, I think the wrappers are like more bullish, right? Because like as the models get better, like the wrappers are just going to get better. And I think for the wrappers, like we also own their user relationship. And I'd say like we aren't a true wrapper because we also have the agent piece, where the agent actually is the piece that really make it insanely consumer friendly to use the actual models. So if we're able to build like a moat via the community, the IP, the agent, and then I think we can benefit as the models get better and better. And we want to be building in a place where the models are basically like updating insanely fast, but we aren't quite there today, but like we will be there maybe like very soon, right? So
yeah, I guess how do you think about building in this moment of time where maybe the models aren't quite good enough to do a lot of the things we want to do, but they very quickly will be, and obviously owning the consumer relationship is very important. Building memory and context is very, very important. So how do you kind of think about the next like 6 months or year period where it feels like you really need to go make a kind of big brand name for yourself?
Yeah, I'd say templatize everything. Like we want to make whatever's viral like one-click experience, so that like a lot of our users are like Web3 native or Web3 communities. We want to make it so that like IPs, NFT projects, DeFi projects can just deploy like a hype video like with a few clicks. But they can inject their brand, they can inject their own character, their lore. So that's like one thing. But like really make it insanely simple for creators. And two is have the agent be advanced enough such that it also supports like truly cinematic content. And we actually learn a lot from our community members, right? They're actually the ones using the tool to a degree where like they need to tell us like, okay, I need this, like you need to add this feature in. So I think the agent itself can be the way to make simple creators into advanced creators.
I want to be an advanced creator, Josh.
I mean, I want to go play with this product for sure.
I don't want to be a simple creator at all. All right, Tong. Well, people should go click around. I mean, even just looking at your X profile here, there's literally 3 different links you could jump into and probably get lost in a bunch of rabbit holes here. So is Ava Studio something that we can go use today, or you got to give me an invite? You got to give me an invite.
Yeah, sign up, but stay tuned for our open launch very soon as well. We're gonna launch it so that you can use it on your phone, and then we're gonna make it accessible for everyone very soon.
Cool. We're gonna DM you, so maybe you can get me. Let's get some 11 a.m. crazy videos created there on Ava Studio. Tong, appreciate you jumping through the hoops to hang out with us today, my friend. Wish you all the best as you push towards the launch of this new product.
Thank you, guys. Great to be here.
My brother,
Cheers.